Greetings. Welcome back to my channel. Family, the moment has come. The premiere of Tyler Perry's Zatima. Yes, we get to see one of our favorite couples of sisters, Zach and Fatima, and learn about their lives exclusively, right? Their friends and family and what's going on with them as they start this new chapter. So let's dive into it. Now here we have Zach and Fatima back at her old apartment. Of course, the memories of the time she had there. Her level of independence is now transforming over into a new relationship. And I can understand that dynamic. You're packing up the old and you're starting the new. And you're a little nervous. There's a little trepidation. She's still asking him, you think we're moving too fast? But he's comfortable. Zach is like, I know what I want. You having doubts. He doesn't want her to have those doubts. And I'm sure he's a little nervous too. Of course, he doesn't want her to know that. But it's a new adventure. And you both think about the things that you've been through in the past, how those relationships didn't work, but you're willing to take a chance with the two of you because of what you've developed so far, so early on. So we just hope and pray that they solidify their relationship and it only gets, closer and their foundation gets stronger, because they light up the screen. They are so in love. Now that we know friends and family are going to get into it, we're going to see the dynamics of how that can bring its challenges. But the team is holding on for dear life to her counter, because of course she doesn't want to let go. But it's time. So now she sits here and she's meeting for cocktails after work with her girlfriends. They haven't seen her for a while, so they trying to play catch up. Now they hear, she got a new man and, what's been going on. You basically, been neglecting your girls. You know how that goes. So this is Angela and Belinda, her girlfriends. Angela is very, more compassionate. I think she's more supportive, understanding. Then you have that fireball wild child, Belinda. Of course, she's funny and she's going to bring a heck of a lot of drama, I'm sure, to this series. But Fatima is letting them know how much in love she is and how she met this guy. And, Belinda like, what's going on? Like, oh, it's the D that got you blinded. You got that one friend that's like, that's why you whooped. And she admits, yeah, that's good, but it's different. And she's excited and it's new. And of course you want your girls and your besties to feel, just as happy for you. So they saying, okay, it's time for us to meet this guy. Let's see what's going on. And Angela threw in the fact that she got her a new boo too. And he ain't a brother. So they like, uh-oh. Well, maybe I need to swirl on over to the other side, Belinda, and see what's going on. So wait until they find out who that is. So yeah, that got funny. So now here we have the boys out here playing ball. Zach with his friends playing basketball. And of course now they're going to find out that they boy Zach, is in a new committed relationship. No thanks to Bryce, because Bryce let it slip a little bit too much. That one who has a little diarrhea in the mouth, but they support you. They happy for you. And, they don't mind sharing it. But Zach was a little, not too enthused about letting his boys know, because they know his track record. They know how he was in the past, and they know they're going to criticize it, especially finding out that she moved in with him. But isn't this funny how it parallels what? One of my favorite movies, The Brothers. Yes, Zach is like Shamar Moore's character. You have Tony over here to the left. He's just like Bill Bellamy, right? You have D.L. Hewley, the married one, over to the right. That's Nathan. He ain't feeling it because he ain't too happy about his less than exciting marriage. And then you have Mars Chestnut's characters like Bryce, right? So that is so much like The Brothers. So I see how Tyler paralleled that to a certain extent. Now, Bryce is so excited. He's the Asian friend out of the bunch. He got a new girl and relationship going on, and he just, excited about what's going on. But what I don't like is the fact that why do, we get together, black men, want to get their guys to like go against marriage. Like their life is over if they're serious and they get involved with someone. And that's not necessarily the case. We need to encourage, one another more. Don't let your bitter past or, you being hurt in the past get in the way of your brother finding somebody, that's different and better, and he's changing his life and, his player ways, and really going out there to solidify something with someone and be in love. Make that an encouraging thing that we see more, especially in movies, as opposed to the flip side. Now, here we have Nathan. You see why he's against marriage. Doesn't want Zach to get too serious because of the situation he's in. But I got to mention this, sisters, especially, listen to your Gen Z older sis here, millennials. Please don't embarrass your husbands like this sister did. I think her name is Lisa. To come out on the playground with your husband who's just trying to unwind and, play ball with his friends. You didn't bust him with another woman. He's just playing basketball. It was embarrassing how she came out and belittled him in front of his boys. That's not cool. This is something that we need to stop. We already pinpointed as the angry black woman and all these negative stereotypes. Don't do this. This is the way not to do if you want to improve anything that's going on with your marriage. I can understand if she's stressed out with the children, but to drag him out like that, then at the end tell him to sit in the back with the children, she really belittled him. And now I'm sure we're going to learn how this negativity reflects sometimes in your friendship, right? Because with your friends, because misery loves company. So that negativity, I don't want him to throw that on Zach or either with Tony. But this wasn't a good look, sis. So I hope their marriage improves, but I'm sure we're going to see more drama from these two. Definitely. Now, Zatima comes back and she lets Zach know, the girls are ready to meet you. This is now where a new relationship, and I'm sure we've all been there. You've been in your little cocoon, you've been having a good time exploring your relationship, and now you're moving in, you're taking it to another level. So now it's time to let other people in. And this is when you start getting judgments and criticisms and all this other stuff that, kind of can change the dynamic of your relationship. So they're saying, yeah, it's time, to let their friends get to meet each other. And she went on to say how she wanted to, make some changes to the apartment. So Zach, he ain't gonna be able to stop her from doing that. And he also let her know that this is a big step, but they got to do it. So he scooped his girl up because he made a little promise to her on something that he was gonna owe her, I guess, a little later on. And that favor is time to be returned. So this scene hit me because I didn't expect this to happen. But you know what? I didn't see it as a pornographic scene. I didn't see it as dirty or filthy. It was really the way that they did this and set up this scene. And you can't be too sexy and comfortable with a whole probably 30 people filming you. But it was seeing this two beautiful melanated black people with this golden skin glistening in this very intimate scene. It was very tasteful and it was very beautiful. And I like how they set it up because it wasn't just like, some type of intimate sex scene that was, just like pornographic. But at the end, they had a conversation about how it was different. Their intimacy is just that, intimate. It's not one of those, after you have sex, you just roll over and ignore one another. She's seen a difference in Zach, how he doesn't do her like that. This relationship is different between the two of them. They actually bond. They actually connect. After, they make love or whatever the case may be, they don't disconnect. They stay close and they notice those changes in one another. And that was really beautiful and it was special. And this is how they see that this relationship is different from the ones in the past. But she also let him know it's time to get that DNA after work. We got to visit old girl down at the strip club. Now, the next scene deals with Zach and the surprise that he has with Fatima, and he gave her favorite car. This was the car that she dreamed of, and she was shocked. She thought her car was on the other side. Maybe somebody, was parked and covering her car, and she found out that Zach gave her this gift. I think this was a turning point with this gift for Zach, being a man who can do something special. Give a special gift to the woman of his dreams, the woman that he loved, to be able to do something special for her. that said a lot for him as a man. And of course, she had her little mixed feelings on him not spending all his money like that on her. But of course, she was excited about the gift. She was excited her man gave her something so special. And more than anything, Zach was proud that he was able to do something like this for her. So I'm happy for Zach that he was able to do that. So she's excited. She's off to work. My man got me my new car, y'all. And, that was just like a too good to be true, perfect moment. We know that, Zach and Fatima is not going to be without problems, as we're going to see. And this SEC thing is just one of them that's constantly biting him in the butt. But Bryce came over to the house to let him know that the SEC, he got a call that they will be contacting him. So, of course, Zach is nervous, but, Jake and, Bryce, now we find out, prepped him on what to do. So, hopefully, with that situation, he'll be able to skate through, because this is, a new chapter in Zach's life, and he really wants to put all of this loose ends behind him. And here goes another one. The second problem. This baby mama drama, aka the Green Lantern, down at the strip club. Now, old girl, Fatima went to go see her to let her know it's time for that DNA test. And she was like, okay, I know who you are, but Zach is the father. She said, okay, that's all well and good. He could be the father, but we're going to prove that. She said, well, when he start paying that child support, no, boo. You faked his name. Well, not faked it, but you put his name on a birth certificate where nothing has been established as far as paternity. And then you take him to court, get him locked up and all that for something that has not been proven, which is totally wrong and against the law. And that's why Fatima let her know she works at one of the biggest law firms, and she can do this by subpoena, or you could do it the easy way. But old girl wanted to get slick with the mouth, and Fatima's not the one to get slick with the mouth with. But she wanted to get feisty, like, it is what it is, and like she supposed to deal with it. No, boo, you have no idea. So, of course, in Fatima fashion, she had to show and prove, I'm not the one to F with. You going to get this DNA test and prove this once and for all, or I'm going to whip your ass straight up. And that's exactly what she did. She was like, B, you are crazy. I'm like, girl, you have no idea. Just say, yes, I'll come and get the DNA test if you don't want to continuously be tortured. So, without a hair out of place, Fatima told her, well, I guess, she'll see her later to deal with this test. And told the girls, handle that money and do what it is you do. Because, we're going to later on learn just who Fatima is related to and why she takes no mess. Now, we're back at the house, and they are getting ready for their guests to come over. Of course, Fatima's a little nervous. Her girl is about to meet her man, and she wants everything to go smooth. Zach's, boy is coming over, and of course, when you two come together and you're happy, you want, the stamp of approval with those who are close to you. So Zach's a little nervous. Of course, he gave her a heads up with the SEC situation, but they'll deal with that. Fatima's not too raveled. Now here go their friends, and we find out that, oh, boo, this is the Zach that you've been talking about. Yes. Zach find out that Bryce, this is Fatima's friend that he's been talking about. So it's a shocker, because now they know each other. And yeah, small world. As Zach says later, Atlanta's just too small. So now the girls get together in the kitchen while the guys talk. And she's like, wow, this is Zach. Are you really happy? Is this the one? And she lets her know, yeah, this is the one. This is my man. I really love him. And then they realize, at first she's a little sketchy on Bryce, just like Jake, because they both work with Gary. But then she finds out that Angela ain't crazy about Gary, too. They both think that he's scum and a sleazebag that he is, so they both not feeling him. So now back in the living room, they chatting, having a little small talk, getting to know one another. And, Bryce seems like a really, really nice guy. So I hope he continues to be that way and not be anything shady, because out of all the friends, he seems to be like the cool, supportive one, and really helpful when it comes to Zach, and he has his back. So he seems to be a great character and a great addition to this series. So I hope that all works out. Also with Angela. So they're chatting, having a nice time. And of course, that can't last, right? Here go issue number 3. when it comes to stuff haunting Zach. He opens the door, finds out this is the chick from 2 years ago that I had a one night stand with and ghosted. And Belinda, like, I know this ain't the Joker. I know this ain't who you talking about, because of course she's still sour and bitter because Zach ghosted her. And she like, you two know each other? I'm like, oh, Fatima, I'm so sorry, girl. It's always something with Zach. I'm so sorry. But she like, yeah, we fucked. I'm like, oh, okay. Zach looking like, oh, hell, damn. Like, why is there always something to mess up with me and my girl? Nothing could go smooth. Then we got number 4 situation with Karen and this baby. So if he could deal with these 4 things and get it out the way, I want him and Fatima to finally have a smooth start. So we about to get in here and see what happens with episode 2 and this bombshell that was just dropped on Fatima and Zach as far as Belinda is concerned. And let's see what happened with those two next time. See you soon.